today we are at Hot Water Beach, and underneath this beach there's geothermal activity. So what people do here is you're supposed to dig a hole in the sand, create your own little hot water bathtub because it fills up with that water that's underneath the sand and it gets hot. And then when the tide comes in, cold water comes into your little pool that you've created, and then it creates a perfect little temperature. So you're really supposed to bring a shovel. We did not do that, so we're a little underprepared. We're gonna have to figure out how to dig a little hole, but we'll see what happens.
Optimal times of coming is 2 hours before and after low tide. We're here right at the optimal time, which probably means there are tons of people here as well. So we're probably gonna have to fight for a spot, or we can probably hop in somebody's hole that they've already dug. We did talk to a guy at a gas station earlier, and he said that the best time to come is 1 or 2 a.m. when there's a full moon. Obviously, there's no full moon and we're not there at this time, and we're probably not gonna be doing that. But we're gonna go check this out real quick and see how cool it is. So you can see everybody digging their holes over here. I don't know why they're all like in 1 or 2 like compact areas, because looks like people are down here also digging their holes, and there's still steam coming out of theirs too. I also don't see like any empty ones, so I don't know if we'll be able to get inside one, but we're gonna try to have to work our way in and see if we can.
Oh, it's too hot.
It's hot. I think that's why you need a shovel, because it is way too hot for your hands. Did not expect that.
So we had some very nice people who invited us into their pool, and now they've left it. So we have this whole pool, prime real estate, right next to the shore. And so we're cooking, but when the wave comes, it kind of cools us off a little bit. So it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah, they saw us struggling to dig a hole with our bare hands. So they were nice enough to invite us in.
But it is incredibly hot. I don't know how anybody is laying in it comfortably up at the top if they don't have the cold water coming in, because this is so hot.
Way hotter than I expected.
I guess that's why they call it hot beach and not like warm beach or something.
Yeah, boiling beach.
That cooled it off a lot. A huge wave just crashed in. It cooled it off a ton.
Kind of too cold, man.
It feels pretty good now. So this place is so cool. Whenever you're digging down in there, like we were saying, but it is so hot getting down in this, so it hurts to touch and set in it for a while. So if you get close to the beach and the cold water rushes in, it feels amazing. It feels so good. We had some people that were from Australia who invited us down into theirs. We were able to sit in there, and then we had some people from Israel then come and join us. So then it turns into this cool like communal thing where everybody's just sitting together in these hot tubs and just soaking and enjoying it, and then battling the waves coming in and wiping out your walls. So very awesome. I'm super glad that we came here. And honestly, we have not played this much in the sand since we were little bitty kids, so makes you young at heart again. So after rinsing off real quick in the ocean, we are gonna go ahead and head on back to the car. We lost track of time. We don't even know what time it is right now. And so we have 2-hour parking paid for. We don't know how much time we have left, or if we've gone over, or if we have a ticket waiting for us at the car. But I will say, I think this is a really good time for coming. I don't know if it's the time of year, but it wasn't that busy, and this beach is way bigger than I expected. And so there wasn't, I feel like, too overcrowding. I don't know why everybody was consolidated in one little area. I don't know if that's the only place where the hot water is, but it didn't feel super overcrowded. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the car and then start heading on to our next location if we have time to, depending on what time it is when we get up there.
So we drove over to Cathedral Cove from the hot water beach, which is like 15-minute drive. But when we got here, we realized we had been on the hot water beach way longer than we expected. And to hike over to Cathedral Cove, it's gonna take like 2.5 hours or so there and back. And so we don't have that much time tonight. So we have decided to just camp here tonight near the entrance to the Cathedral Cove hike, and then get up a little earlier tomorrow. And then tomorrow we are gonna hike over to Cathedral Cove before going to Auckland. Good morning. So we got up and we're actually gonna do Cathedral Cove today. We have enough time. So the trail starts at Pahi Beach, not sure how to say it, but it's beautiful. So we're having fun walking along here as we start our trek. And then we will make it all the way over to Cathedral Cove.
The hike is supposed to be like 3 hours there and back. And so we did get started a little bit later than what we anticipated because we have to drive all the way to Auckland this morning and turn in our van. As long as we just keep moving and we don't stop for too long, too many places. It's supposed to be a very beautiful end to this hike down at Cathedral Cove. So really excited about getting out there and seeing that. We did not expect this hike to be this steep already. Super steep and pretty difficult actually. Right off the bat, it just gets you. There were like a ton of different tours that you could do at the bottom, where you could do like kayak or boat tours or different things. Whew. But we've opted not to do any of those. We did see people already out kayaking. And it's supposed to be incredible to be able to kayak through the different like archways and everything that the rocks make over Cathedral Cove, but we opted for the free and apparently very strenuous, difficult hike all the way out to Cathedral Cove.
So we think there is a closer place to start. We started from the Pahi Beach, which was like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so more, and then got to the actual start of Cathedral Cove. So now we're really on the way to Cathedral Cove.
So if you would have started like actually where the track begins for Cathedral Cove, it's like all downhill, so it is way easier than where we started. So we made it out to Cathedral Cove, and it is not what I expected at all. I didn't realize it was gonna be like a beach, and I think the word cove should have given it away, but I thought we'd be like up on top of an outlook overlooking like beautiful rock formations out like on the sea. But it is an incredible beach, really beautiful like cathedral, like rocks, which is where it gets its name, and then like cool little waterfall off to one side and like a cave, and just really neat. Not overly crowded right now because it's still kind of early, but really worth the hike, I think. The cove is now right behind me. You just walk around the corner, and it seems like nobody wants to come around because the waves are crashing up against the rocks. You can't really see how deep the sand is, but it's actually not that deep. I think when the tide comes in, you could get stuck over here, but otherwise, once you come around the corner, you got this whole beach to yourself. Nobody else is coming over here. The only problem is that everybody's taking the pictures from inside of the cove out this way, and so I'm probably in the background ruining all of their pictures. So I'm gonna head back so they can all have a fair shot of this beautiful scenery now.
We explored around Cathedral Cove for a little while, and it's beautiful, really cool beach with kind of a cave archway and just a really cool place to come sit. So we're done here, and now we're gonna head back to our cottage. It's around 11 o'clock and the trail's a lot more crowded, so I'm glad we came in the morning. I think that was a good call. We also saw a whole wedding party walking down, like a girl in a legit wedding dress with like little bridesmaids, and I think there was a groom up there too because there was a guy dressed up. So this would be a beautiful spot to get married, but you have lots of tourists walking around too, so. So we were back and forth for a while on if we were gonna come all the way up to Hot Water Beach and Cathedral Cove, but I'm really glad we did. And they're both, I think, way cooler than we expected. We had a lot of fun yesterday at Hot Water Beach, and then Cathedral Cove was just a short little hike from this beach to the Hi-He, however you say it, beach. Not as far as we expected it to be, and it was really beautiful. I think you could spend the afternoon there just hanging out on that beach. And even this beach here, the Hi-He, this beach is really cool. So there's like nobody here and it's beautiful. So I think this whole area up here was definitely worth it. I'm glad we came.
Yeah, the hike was supposed to take an hour and 20 minutes, but it only took us 35 minutes. I think they expect you to stop a lot more whenever you're doing it, but we were trying to book it. So now we're back early, and we're probably going to enjoy this awesome beach for just a little bit before we have to move on. But we really hope that you enjoyed these videos and these last couple of days of activities. If you did, please like this video and subscribe so that you can keep on following the rest of our adventures. But we are so happy that you are traveling with us. We'll see you in the next video.